Right, so my name is Saeed, and today I'm going to talk about the boundary and code rectangles. This is a joint board with my advisor Chris Peter and Ahmad Biniaz and Anil Maheshwari here at Computational. So, what's the problem? We are given as input, let's say, unit length square with n points inside this square, and what we want to do is we want to cover this unit length square as much as we can with n chord rectangles. What an n chord rectangle? So here are two examples. The rectangle is n chord if it has one of its corners to be a blue point. So here I have one that has the upper left corner blue point, that one has the lower right. So these are two examples of input. And the objective or the output is something like this. We want to cover this square as much as we can using this n-chord rectangles. Now there are two constraints. One is the rectangle that is, let's say, n-chord here is not allowed to contain any other blue points. So it can get spanned, let's say, altogether. Right? So you can have the blue point in this interior. And the other constraint is that two n-chord rectangles cannot overlap. So they are interior distinct. So those constraints, you want to know what's the complexity of the problem for maximizing the area or the covered area of the input display. And so here's one example, and for that one up there I didn't encode a rectangle. So you might also skip some, but this is obviously not the optimal solution or the best one. We could encode something up there too and get a better solution.
Are you allowed to enter multiple rectangles at the same point?
No, because in that case you have two overlapping rectangles. Okay, in different directions, at most one. So at most it can be 0, but not more than that. Alright, so what we know about this problem is we don't know what's the complexity of it. It's still open. But there are approximation algorithms for it. So this is the paper in Sausage last year. They had 7/12 minus epsilon approximation if you are encoding rectangles, and if you are encoding squares, the approximation factor is 5/32, which they later improve it to a bit better with another greedy algorithm. So those are the results. And what we did in this paper is we looked at the problem when the points are on the boundary. So the input points are only on the boundary of the scope, and we show that we can solve the problem in linear. So how we did this? First, if you think of having some points like this, either in a corner of the input square or two with the same y coordinate or x coordinate, then we can always cover the entire square with some n-chord rectangles like this. So those are special cases. But if we don't have special cases, then if you play with it a little bit, you will realize that you can't cover the entire rectangle anymore. So no matter how we encode rectangles, we're going to always get something that's not covered. So here are some examples. Here I get these two, for example, not covered. Here there's this L-shaped white region that's not covered, or something in the interior is also possible. But anyhow you do this, you always get something. Alright, so what I'm going to show now is, instead of showing the algorithm, I'll show you some properties of how an optimal solution looks like, and hopefully by having those properties, we will then see that getting an optimal solution won't be much. So the first observation is for in an optimal solution, every n-chord rectangle is on the grid induced by those blue points. So if you draw lines through the points, vertical and horizontal, you will get this nice grid, and you can show that there's always an optimal solution that lies in this grid. And this is not only for boundary points, even if the points are in the interior anywhere, this is still always. And from now on, I will call each of these tiny rectangles a cell. So F cells and the next observation is, if you look at an optimal solution, any maximal segment is introduced, meaning that it has one of its endpoints on the boundary of the square, and that point is actually a blue point. So it's introduced by some point on the boundary. And maximal segment, I mean the union of some boundary rectangles aligned horizontally or the proof is not that difficult. So if the contradiction, suppose that we have one that's not introduced, then we can show that it's possible to always shift it up or down. And by doing this shifting, I'm going to increase or decrease the area of the rectangles that are around that segment. If I decrease the area, if I increase the area in one direction, then I get a better solution. So that's contradiction. If not, then as I'm moving up, the total area stays the same. But at some point, this segment will hit another segment, or it hits the boundary of this square. Right? In which case, S is disappeared. And if we start off by an optimal solution which has the minimum number of segments, then it's a contradiction, because here we reduce the number of segments by one, so that's not possible. You always have introduced. So that was this property. So if we agree on that property, then we can show that those holes that we had in the optimal solution, they're actually exactly one hole. And the proof is very simple, because just to show you the idea, if I have more than one hole, you can focus on one, and we know that its sides are introduced by some points on the boundary. And by those 4 points, which may not always look like this, but you can, in all cases, cover the rest of the square, in particular get rid of other points. So this is not optimal, because I could do this for the other one and get rid of the other, but we can always get the better solution. Alright. Now the next property says the unique single hole that we have in the optimal solution is a rectangle. So rectangle meaning that it doesn't have a reflex vertex or any kind of L shape. So the proof of this is a bit, it's more detailed, but I will try to at least convince you that it's. So let's say it's for a contradiction that I have a reflex vertex, B, and its neighbors are A and C. Something like this. And suppose that AB, which is a segment, is introduced by some point for now, let's say on the left side of it. Here. And from there, I've encoded some rectangle, which is better to be an encoded rectangle that spans entirely all the way up to the boundary of this. Then, if I want to think of the point that introduced BC, then C is a vertex of the hole. So I couldn't just continue going up. I couldn't go on the left, so I must be going right at C. So I do this way. And then from there, you can use some similar argument that the rectangle that's enclosed at that viewpoint is also maximal. It covers the entire region or area of above CD. And you just repeat the same argument, saying that, okay, from now, D, I need to go down, couldn't go anywhere else. I get to E, I cover that area. And if you apply 2 more times of the same argument, we get to this situation where at E I turn to F, and then at F I need to turn to G. Now at this point, FG must also be introduced by some points on the boundary, but that's not possible, no matter where G is relative to AB, because it's always going to intersect other rectangles. So FG is not introduced, which is not there. Alright, so that was showing that the hole is a rectangle. And the last property that I want to show is that that hole, which is a rectangle, is also only one cell. So remember those cells that were the grid that we got from crossing the lines through points. And now I want to show that that single hole is only one of those cells. It can be the union of more than one cell. So again, it's for a contradiction. If I have a hole in this case with being the union of more than one cell, then there must be some line from the grid that passes through the hole. So it's bisected by some line here L. And because that's a grid line, we know that one of the endpoints of that line is development on the boundary. And if, as soon as I have that point, then it's not too difficult to see that I can get a better coverage. So in this case, I couldn't for a rectangle on the left side cover a half part of the hole, so get a better solution. So here I showed you the argument on one example, but in all cases, which is also more than this, we're able to show that you can always use one of the endpoint rectangles around L to get a better solution. So that hole that we had is only one cell of the grid head. So putting all of these together, and the problem is basically looking at the grid, finding the smallest cell among these. So that gives us a quadratic, at least, runtime, quadratic time algorithm. But with all of these properties that I showed you, we can now just restrict ourselves on the ordering of points on the boundary of the square. So we don't need to actually go through all the square cells to find the smallest one. And this is somehow illustrating the algorithm. It basically says no matter how many points we have on the boundary, we can restrict our attention only at most 4 of them. And depending on how many of them we really need, we can find the optimal solution. So if I have only 1 point, then it must be the leftmost point from the lower and upper sides of the square. And in this case, I'm explaining optimal notation, so maybe the other. Or if it's 2, then we are in these 2 situations where I'm either taking the closest pair x coordinate wise on the lower and upper side, or checking the very leftmost point on these 2 sides and one from the left side. And in all cases, I'm minimizing the corner that I'm getting with 7 that I'm getting from the side. The same thing for I3 if I have 3 points for optimal solution. Because in all of these cases, I have the hole to be a boundary hole, so it's touching the boundary somewhere. And if it's 4, then we can show that the hole is only in the interior side, and in that case, looking at the closest pair x-wise and closest pair y coordinate-wise, and taking that angle basically as the whole. And the reason it's linear is if I'm having the ordering of the points around the square in each side, then I can get all of this in linear time, but it's basically some closest pair. And once we have these I points, we can check in constant time if that's a valid or feasible solution, and we take it. Like that, I'm actually
Any other questions? Any questions?
So this looks like one of those monotone property things that David was talking about.
Except it only it's usually correct in one order, that was not.
Oh, the order.
And the distances between x coordinates is quite relevant.
Any other questions?
The approximation for rectangle is easier, and what they basically did, it's a very simple argument, is that so you look at the points sorted based on their y coordinates, and you draw a line for every other point, and then in each slab now you have 1 point, and you infer one of the sides depending on which one is bigger. That simple algorithm gives approximation for rectangles, and for squares they have this greedy algorithm that they encode the best square that you can for each point, and then they go through them, they take the maximum one, and they show that it has this approximation. So the algorithms are simple, but technical procedure analysis how they get this predicted. So rectangle.
Any other questions? Did you also look at squares anchored to the boundary?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we thought a little bit. So obviously this tool doesn't go through. Here, first thing, we can't always say that problems on this street because we require them to get squares now, but here we might get rectangular. So
As far as actually is a little bit harder, because for rectangle, you can discretize the property and just look at the grid edges. But for a square, we don't have this property anymore. So it's hard, but you're still looking.
Future work.
Okay, one considered squares that you know.
and boundary import?
Yes, yes.
Boundary import as far as I know. But I mean in the interior, yes, right? So this is the approximation for the interior. But for importing them at the boundary,